So the first thing you want to do is open up your photo file. So go to File and click Open and find the photo that you want to use. I always forget to label mine, and so I will click or highlight on the file name, and then in the right-hand column you can click on Preview and it'll show you what photo that is. Next, you want to add your first layer by going to Layer and clicking on Duplicate Layer. And we're going to modify our first layer by desaturating it, taking all the color out of it. So you go up to Color and down to Desaturate. So you have three choices when you're desaturating something. You can desaturate based on the lightness, the luminosity, or based on an average. After desaturating, we're going to mess around with the levels, the color levels, and the brightness and contrast later on. And so we need to have a pure black and a pure white sample to compare our picture to as we adjust the levels. Because when making a picture black and white, you need to have a pure black and a pure white somewhere within the picture. So I create this black and white sample by opening up any photo file and going to Tools and hitting Blend and making sure that my colors are set to black and white and double clicking on the photo, and it should change it to a black and white blend. Adjusting color levels. Click on Colors, Levels, and adjust away until you like what you see. My favorite thing about editing photographs is this part, where you can click and highlight on each layer and go to the modes and experiment with different modes set at different opacity levels. And then you can even go back to the color levels and start adjusting them again. Here I've added an extra layer of the original photo and started adjusting those levels along with my black and white layer. It's just a lot of fun to kind of see what you come up with. So my goal is to turn this into a black and white photo with just a splash of color. The color I want to leave in there is the yellow. So adjusting my layer modes and adjusting the color levels, and in a minute too I'll adjust the brightness and contrast of each layer. I'm going to try and get the look that I want, which is basically a black and white photo with some splashes of yellow in the flowers and the pumpkin. Now for the remainder of the video, I'm just going to show you real quickly how to finish up the photo editing process so that you have a saved photograph of all your hard work. The first thing I do is I crop the picture down to focus on the subject of the picture. We don't need to see all that siding around there, so I'll crop some of that out because I want the focus to be on the flower and the pumpkin. And the next thing I'm going to do is add a border. So you want to go to Filters and Decor and click Add a Border, and this will open up a new dialog box. And I'm going to make a black border, so I'll click on the color and change it to black. Now I know that black is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, but I'm just showing you how you can adjust different levels. And if you look at the bottom left-hand corner of this dialog box, it was blue, and it shows the new color black. Now on the border size, I always change it to 24. I think 12 creates too thin of a border.